How are you? Are you sitting at home, bored, wishing you could be fishing right now? Don't have any fishing gear? Well, dial 1-800 Help a Brother Cast. Just for 50 cents a day, you can help any angler that wants to go fishing. Fish. It's that simple. Just for 50 cents a day. We'll even send you a free booklet of all the fish that they catch. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for stopping by. Today's video is not sponsored by Help a Brother Cast. Today we're going to be talking about another type of cast, KastKing. I actually bought this rod Thursday, bought the reel Wednesday. Let me back up. I bought them both Monday. No, I bought them Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday, one of the two. The reel came in Wednesday, the rod came in Thursday, and I was fishing with it Thursday. And I have to say, before I even break down the ins and outs of this rod and reel right now, I have to say, starting out, KastKing actually surprised me. The whole rod impressed me. The rod impressed me, the reel impressed me. Everything about this whole setup that I have impressed me 110%. Especially for the price, the durability, the action, everything for the price that I paid for this rod and reel setup. It didn't break the bank. And the first day I took it out yesterday, snuck up on the golf course, and I caught 2 bass. One was about 2 pounds, the other one 2.5, maybe 3 pounds. I don't know, I didn't weigh it, it was getting dark. And if you saw that video before this video, then you will be able to see that it was kind of dark that day. I was on the phone and I was fishing. Yeah, I was doing a lot of multitasking, but at the end of the day, I still caught some fish. So I actually have to thank KastKing for that. Now, I do have my wacky rig and, you know, my hook. I got those to thank as well. But today's video isn't about what type of bait, hooks, and weight I used. It's all about the rod and the reel. Now the rod is 24-ton Toray carbon fiber construction. This is a 7.3 heavy action, heavy rod. Now I'm using this rod, as you can see, I have my wacky rig on. I use this rod primarily for jigging. In case I need to set that hook, 7.3 fast action, heavy power rod. Now, as you can see, there's not too much flimsy in it just because it's heavy. Now I love this because when I'm jigging, I can set that hook fast. Now the power that I'm going to use to set that hook is going to transition through this rod, barely even bend it, and allow that hook to set quick, fast, and in a hurry, quicker than any medium, heavy, medium, or light action rod. Now, as you can see, if you've been watching me since day one, you know my favorite color rod is black and red. Now, I don't know, I just like the black and red look. It just looks sexy. It also is the Marine Corps colors, because I am a Marine veteran, so I definitely have to represent. Now, I have met a veteran who actually makes rods, and he also makes the designs on these rods. Now, I have not put my order in yet, but I will get a custom-made Marine Corps rod, because he saw my colors, and he automatically knew that I was a Marine. I mean, of course, I was fishing with a veteran, so he knew that I was a veteran. He saw the colors, and he was dead on. Yes, I am a Marine. But yeah, even the reel is black and red. So I had to color code it. You know, I wanted everything uniform. That's what the Marine Corps told me. Got to be uniform. Now I didn't want to get too uniform. If I wanted to get really uniform, I would have got a black and red Cinco with some red line. But you know, I'm out. You know, it's no inspection ready rod right here, but the rod gets the job done. When we go out on a mission, best believe the mission will be accomplished. We will have a successful mission on any body of water with this rod. Now, what I have put on the rod, this type of reel, this bait caster, with the bait casters, I kind of get, I don't know, I have to do my studying on the bait caster. The rods, there's really not too much studying to do. You know, especially with bass fishing, I'm either going to use a heavy rod like this or a medium heavy fast action rod. And I don't know, it's just something about fast action rods, regardless if it's a medium heavy or a heavy rod. It doesn't matter. As long as it's a fast action rod, I want it in my hand, just because I want to set that hook. I want the strength of me setting that hook to power through the line, to tighten that line up, and boom, set that hook on that fish where that fish ain't going anywhere. I also got the Mega Jaws KastKing bait caster. Now this Mega Jaws, as you can see, it actually has the jaw design going around the front of it. Now it looks tough, you know, it looks fierce. Marines are fierce. It's perfect for me. Yeah, it's an 11+1 bearing, which is pretty awesome. It's not the best. It doesn't have the most bearings in there, but the bearings have enough break on it to where I'm not going to be nesting up. The gear ratio I've chosen for this reel is a 7.21. Now, what that means is if I cast into some cover, or I'm looking at a spot that's about 10-15 feet out, and I cast and I go too far left, too far right, my aim is off. Now, I'm a Marine, one shot, one kill. So my aiming can't be off. It has to be spot on. One shot, one kill, get it in there, get the job done. But just in case, if you're not shooting expert like I did, and you're a marksman or a sharpshooter, you're shooting that big old pizza box, and you're missing the target, this reel will actually allow you to reel that bait in quick before your boat starts drifting. If you miss the target, you can reel the bait in quick and be able to get it right on target again. Go in for that second chance right before your boat starts drifting down. Even, you know, if you see a fish there, you just want to get it right in there quick without spooking it, get it on target, jiggle it a little bit, let it dangle, and boom, you might get that bite. But if you miss, you probably just lowered your chances of getting that fish. But I love how thick and bulky this rod is. I love the design on it. The carbon fiber means that it should last. Now, I bought a rod from Walmart for, I don't even know how much it was, 40 bucks or something like that. It lasted me 6 months. I do go in some rough terrain. My rods and reel do go through some wear and tear and some rough conditions. So what I'm looking for in a rod and reel is to withstand where I'm going, withstand the accidents I'm having. I'm not perfect, you know, I'm going to drop my rod, and as you heard throughout this video, I've been dinging it up already. So these eyelids are special eyelids from KastKing that are supposedly very durable. Like I said, this is my first KastKing rod and reel setup, and I'm already loving it. Now, funny story about yesterday when I was fishing was that I threw some braid up here, and I actually think that I put too much braid up there, and I didn't even set my bearings that great. I didn't set my brakes good. I think I was just too excited to use the rod and reel, and I was casting, and it was casting beautifully. I'll get back to the reel to talk about the casting perfection of this reel and how this rod allows me to be on target almost 100% of the time. But the O-rings are world-renowned Fuji O-line guides. Now, I don't know what that means. I have not heard of the Fuji O-rings, but these things are definitely durable. When I got out of the package, I think 2 or 3 of these were bent all the way up. I think they're going to be more durable. They actually feel durable. They feel very tough and stiff, like it's like 100% real. Now, one problem I have had with my rods on the wear and tear is that these O-rings actually fall out sometimes. No, it's mostly the tip of the rod, because obviously that's the tip of the rod is going to get banged up. So hopefully the tip of the rod is the smallest ring, it's probably the weakest ring, and it's going to get banged up the most. So hopefully it holds up. I trust this line. I trust KastKing already. So I'm putting my trust in these rings that I should not have any problems with them anytime soon. As you can all see right here, this little hook keeper. I actually like the little design. Like they've designed this rod very, very well. But that seems durable. I don't expect that to break off either. But as far as the casting goes on this rod, I'll probably have to get another shot on it, or maybe even put up another picture of this. But I don't even know what you would call this, but I'm going to say the hole that guides the line. We're going to call it that, the hole that guides the line. For KastKing purposes, and this Mega Jaws reel, it's actually a cone. Now, the cone in it is actually pretty I'll say it's pretty new. I don't know when this reel came out. It's probably 5 years old. I don't know. I don't know. I have not went that deep into the research on this reel, this Mega Jaws reel. But what I love about it from my other Black Max bait caster is that the line guide is wider. That cone is wider, so where the line is spooling out as you cast, it's like that. It's a hole. It's a wide hole. It's like an ice cream cone at the top. It's wide at the top, a little smaller at the bottom. But what that allows is it allows more line to spool out. And if you got your reel set up, you won't have any, you won't nest up. You shouldn't nest up. But it allows that line to just spool out. It's no tight circle. There's nothing, there's no friction while it's going out. The top of the cone, or the bottom of the cone, whichever you want to say, the front of the cone is smaller, but it's still wide enough to allow that line to continuously spool out as smooth as can be. And yesterday when I had my braid on, when I casted it out, I had no effort whatsoever. I didn't even want to cast it the distance I wanted to cast it. I just flicked it, and that reel and that line just kept spooling out to the point where it was clear across the river. It was the farthest any of my reels can cast right now. And I was amazed. It was no effort. I just flicked it on over and boom. So although this is a heavy rod, not necessarily in weight, but in action, it's a heavy rod. It is a longer rod, and of course, technically it is a little heavier rod. It doesn't feel heavy, but if you're fishing with this thing all day, if you're fishing with a heavy rod all day, you're going to get tired. You're going to get worn out. With just the easy casting that this reel allows me, and this rod, it's just so well built. I don't think I will get tired as much. I don't think I'll get tired out. You know, yesterday I was fishing with it probably about 4 hours, and I was not tired at all. Now, the reel suggests that I use 12-pound line, 110 yards. I like using 20-pound line. I like using 20-pound mono just because it's it casts so good, it's so durable, and it gets the job done. I didn't lose a fish yesterday, and yeah, it's it does its job. So, KastKing, if you're listening, please, I would love to get more gear from you all. I'm not a rich man, and I do love that your prices are within my boundaries of my bank account. So KastKing will definitely keep me afloat when I need to go fishing and I need some top-notch, high-quality, durable gear that won't break the bank. So KastKing, if you're out there listening, send me something. Email me. I would love to do more reviews on KastKing. I'm definitely going to be purchasing more KastKing products, but like I said, the way my bank account's set up, I won't be purchasing anything anytime soon. But if you want to send me some KastKing gear, definitely email me, message me. My email will be in the description below. I would love to test more of you all's gear. I fell in love with it as soon as it came in. First day, started fishing with it, caught 2 fish. Loved the way the rod handled. I was on the phone Had one hand on my phone, down like this. No, I didn't have one hand. I had both of my hands on the rod. You know, it's just like driving with both hands. I had my phone to my ear, and I set the hook like this. No effort whatsoever, and that bass wasn't going anywhere. I had to hang up to get him because it was a larger bass, but the rod and the reel did its job. That fish wasn't going anywhere. I kept the tension up there. My drag was set to perfection. Yeah, shout out to KastKing. I love it. I'm a big fan. So yeah, send me some gear my way. I would love to test any and everything that you all have. Now, if you want to start with the stickers, let's start. I'll do a review on KastKing stickers. But yeah, you know, some rod and reel. I'm impressed. I love it. And hopefully everyone else, if you have not tried their gear yet, I definitely recommend trying it. I love it, and I look forward to fishing with this thing this afternoon. Look forward to fishing with this thing tomorrow. I definitely look forward to fishing with this thing every time I go fishing. So if it breaks, I'll have to give me another one. But I have 3 other rods, and I'll continue to use those. But KastKing, you all are my favorite so far. But the sun is going down. Slight cloud coverage. I don't even know if we're calling for rain today here in the Raleigh area. Raleigh, North Carolina. Don't nobody know where Raleigh is. It's in North Carolina. But if you like what you see, definitely subscribe, like, share, comment. Let me know what you all think. But until then, I'm done. Peace.